Oh, hi. I'm Bill Murray, here on the set of my new film, Scrooged. This is the director, Dick Donner, but he's not SAG. You know, we're awfully excited about Scrooge until Paramount said they were going to change the title. That's why we're telling you in advance to keep your eyes peeled for a big winter hit to be called Truck Stop Boys from Paramount.
In 1984, after Bill Murray experienced a massive hit with Ghostbusters and a box office bomb with The Razor's Edge, a passion project he co-wrote and adapted from the Somerset Maugham novel, he took the opportunity to step back and recharge, embarking on a 4-year hiatus to focus on his personal life.
I thought about what you said, take a vacation from my problems, and I did.
He spent time with his family, including a year in France, and later settled into a renovated farmhouse in the Hudson River Valley. There he indulged his love of reading, devouring historical fiction, and the works of Irish writers in his tiny home office.
I'm on vacation!
Murray was selective about his projects during this time, turning down numerous screenplays. However, he eventually found a movie to showcase his signature blend of humor and wit with, you guessed it, Scrooged, a modern retelling of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol.
Merry Christmas.
Bah humbug.
In Scrooged, Bill Murray stars as a cynical modern-day Scrooge, who in this version is a TV executive who programs shows like Howard Cosell at the Sistine Chapel and Bob Goulet's old-fashioned Cajun Christmas, in between quiz shows like Guess My Disease.
Hi, Mom. Where's Dad? Should have been home by now.
Well, Wally, if I know your father, he's out chasing beaver.
Father loves beaver. Here on IBC, you'll love it.
Murray said his own experience working on TV shows helped him play the character. He told the New York Times, quote, "I've seen TV from behind the scenes, so I draw from that a bit to expose its hypocrisies. As with Frank, most of TV's programming ideas come from the afternoon edition of the New York Post. He's a crumb, a pig, yet audiences who know the story know he's gonna change.
For a couple of hours out of the whole year, we are the people that we always hoped we would be."
Murray's values skyrocketed during his hiatus, allowing him to command a $6 million salary. Producer Art Linson told the New York Times, Murray's name alone was enough to guarantee major box office, making him one of the most bankable stars of the time. Because of his enormous salary, rumors started to spread that the movie was going wildly over budget.
You know, a lot of people have talked about how much money we're spending, 25 million, 30, 35 million. The actual number is $163 million.
In actuality, the movie cost $30 million and change, typical for a studio comedy.
And we're proud of that. And also proud because, well, it's all right up here on the screen, as you can see. We've got the best talent that money can buy.
The movie was directed by the legendary Richard Donner, who is in between Lethal Weapon movies.
Raj, meet your new partner.
I'm too old for this shit.
Scrooged also features a powerhouse cast, starting with Alfre Woodard as Grace, a secretary based on the character of Bob Cratchit.
Grace, put yourself down for a towel, too.
What about my bonus?
Towel and a face cloth.
Behind the scenes, she was impressed with the energy Donner brought to the project.
Donner is very gregarious as a person, and so up-spirited. So he's on the set, waving his arms, going, okay, this is what I'm seeing. Over here, this is what's going to be happening. And when you see this come down, so he describes, so you can envision it because he is, describing, as an impresario and as a director.
When you make a movie, if you're smart, you really, in this case, you surrounded yourself with a bunch of really good actors who made you look good. You surround yourself with the best.
Other actors featured in small but memorable parts are Karen Allen, John Houseman, Bobcat Goldthwait, John Forsythe, Robert Mitchum, Michael J. Pollard, David Johansen, Carol Kane, and John Glover, among others. Glover, who plays a rival TV executive at the fictional IBC network who annoys Murray's character in the movie, had by that point gained a reputation as what Playboy magazine dubbed everyone's favorite bad guy for his portrayal of villainous characters in various films and TV shows. Despite enjoying the recognition, Glover expressed concern about being typecast, telling the LA Times, "I love it, but well, I know there are some people who will abuse it, who will stick me in a pigeonhole."
My lacrosse coach used to say, there is no I in TEAM.
Scrooged also boasted a seasoned producing team, which consisted of, as mentioned earlier, Art Linson, who produced the 1987 summer blockbuster hit The Untouchables, and Sidney Pollack, the director of Tootsie. The screenplay for Scrooged was penned by Michael O'Donoghue, a veteran writer from Saturday Night Live, and Mitch Glazer, a multifaceted actor, producer, and writer. O'Donoghue's writing style was as unconventional as his reputation.
He's eerie, bizarre, gross, decadent, perverse, kinky, and outre.
Outre is a word you don't hear that often.
His only previously produced script was the 1979 sketch film Mr. Mike's Mondo Video. He was known for pushing boundaries and stirring up trouble.
Call security, have them change his locks, clean out his desk, and toss him out of the building.
But it's Christmas.
Thank you. Call accounting. Stop his bonus.
In 1981, O'Donoghue was briefly rehired by new SNL producer Dick Ebersol, who sought to revive the show's original spirit after a disastrous 1980-81 season. However, O'Donoghue's antics quickly led to tension. On his first day back, he orchestrated a provocative stunt, instructing staff to spray paint the walls. He began by spraying the word danger and proclaimed, "Everybody on the show sucks, except for Murphy."
He's great. That guy is going to be a big star.
This incident prompted Catherine O'Hara, who was set to join the cast, to quit the show on the spot. She returned to Canada and rejoined the cast of SCTV instead. Collaborating with Glazer on the script for Scrooged proved to be a winning combination, yielding a memorably funny screenplay filled with brilliant moments.
I can't get the antlers glued onto this little guy. We've tried crazy glue, but it don't work.
Have you tried Staples?
Director Donner and the cast brought these elements to life with flawless execution.
I don't mind you hitting me, Frank, but take it easy on the Bacardi.
One of the standout aspects of Scrooged is its clever satire, achieved through the ingenious device of a live, meta TV special of A Christmas Carol, with Buddy Hackett playing Scrooge, and appearances by the Solid Gold Dancers, whose Solid Gold TV show had been cancelled in July 1988, only a few months before the movie's release.
Little booty here for you. Bam.
The live special unfolds throughout the film, allowing us to see portions of Dickens' text enacted by the performers in the show.
This is indeed a night for revelation. Thank you for showing me the true meaning.
According to the New York Times, the initial reactions to the 1988 release of Scrooged were decidedly mixed.
Show me the Scrooge promo.
Oh, I'm having the weirdest day.
See Bill Murray get Scrooged.
Hey, back off, big man. That may work with the chicks, but not with me.
While sneak previews that summer yielded a remarkable 93% very good rating from surveyed audiences, a record high for Paramount at the time, subsequent press screenings in New York elicited a wider range of responses, spanning from enthusiastic ovations to vocal disappointment.
Oh my gosh. Does that suck?
In the New York Times, Janet Maslin wrote, "Though this is surely a minority opinion, I found much of Scrooged hilarious and wasn't much bothered by the sections that are saccharine or slow."
Merry Christmas, Frankie Angel.
Merry Christmas to you, Mama.
Niagara Falls, Frankie Angel.
Reviews of Scrooged have cited the problem that the first part of the film is almost too funny, since the rest of it can't keep up the pace.
I care!
Some problem. In a season like this, real laughs are welcome wherever they can be found.
Excuse me, ma'am. I think you dropped something here.
That's my cab. Oh, sir, please. You
Mr. Step on it, will you?
Burn it. Bye, Grandma.
Sometimes I found myself hurting from giving too much.
In his Out for Blood 1-star review, Roger Ebert wrote, "Scrooged is one of the most disquieting, unsettling films to come along in quite some time. It was obviously intended as a comedy, but there is little comic about it, and indeed the movie's overriding emotions seem to be pain and anger. This entire production seems to be in dire need of visits from the ghosts of Christmas."
Sometimes you have to slap them in the face just to get their attention.
A long time ago, you had this interview with George Scott that you often quote where he told you about the 3 things you should look for in movie acting.
Yeah.
The third one was joy of performance.
Yes.
Did you get any joy of performance out of Bill Murray?
Yes,
I don't think he enjoyed making this picture.
Well, I have no idea, and I don't know whether any actor likes doing the work that they do, and I don't know that I care. I mean, it wouldn't seem like it would be fun.
Well, it was your test. You ought to care.
No, it wouldn't seem like it was fun for Robert De Niro to play the character in Raging Bull. But I do believe that Bill Murray is having a good time there. He's ad-libbing like he usually does, and it seems very funny.
We're indivisible. If I'm working late, you gotta work late. If you can't work late, I can't work late. If I can't work late, I can't work late!
During a 1990 interview with Ebert to promote the movie Quick Change, Bill Murray seized the opportunity to ask Ebert about his scathing review. He went straight to the point, asking, "How do you plan to explain your 1-star review of Scrooged?" Ebert replied, "I was hoping it wouldn't come up." Murray defended the film, saying, "It wasn't that bad. It had some good stuff in it. Watch it on video and you'll see." Ebert stood firm, stating, "It just didn't work for me." As the conversation progressed, Murray revealed that he had experienced friction with director Richard Donner during filming. Murray asked Ebert, "I thought maybe you had some inside information, about an unhappy set or something?" Ebert denied having such knowledge and asked, "Did you have some disagreements with the director?" Murray replied, "Only a few. Every single minute of the day. That could have been a really, really great movie. The script was so good. There's maybe one take in the Final Cut movie that is mine. We made it so fast. It was like doing a movie live. He kept telling me to do things louder, louder, louder. I think he was deaf."
We should be taping this.
The feud seems to have been one-sided, as evidenced by Richard Donner's interview with Bobby Wygant from the time of the film's release.
I remember this picture as Bill Murray and all the crazies in the world that I surrounded him with. And I remember it as people much more than I do a big picture. But if I go through the scenes in my mind, visually it is big. But it's more of a people piece to me. I mean, it's more Bill Murray at his best, I guess, in my mind.
Based on Murray's countless other on-set feuds, I think he might be the problem. Fortunately for the movie, none of the drama is detected on screen, and audiences were delighted.
I feel real weird about tonight.
Yeah, did you hear that, folks? Okay, this one's for Frank. This is his baby. Come on, come on, come on.
What makes Scrooged endure as a holiday classic is its timeless humor. The film is full of memorable moments, including Carol Kane's delightfully unhinged performance as the Ghost of Christmas Present, Mary Lou Retton as a very athletic Tiny Tim,
God bless us, everyone.
Anne Ramsey fresh off her Oscar-nominated performance in Throw Mama from the Train.
Drink, just for me. For you, Dave.
And a hilarious running gag featuring Kate McGregor as the lady censor who repeatedly gets pummeled by falling set pieces.
Watch out. Thanks, boys. Get the nurse.
Besides the acting and directing, the music to Scrooged also hits the right notes. Danny Elfman's score perfectly complements the movie, adding quirky depth and emotion. Elfman was on a roll, having written the scores for Pee-wee's Big Adventure, Beetlejuice, and Batman in the 80s. They all showcased his unique ability to elevate the films he wrote the music for. Scrooged held its premiere on November 7th, 1988, and was attended by none other than Cher.
Everything is riding on it.
Don't worry, Preston. I'm overseeing every aspect of production. We'll own Christmas.
That's what I wanted to hear.
It was released nationwide on November 23rd, 1988, and was a big success in its first weekend out, opening in the top spot, well ahead of its strongest competitor, Cocoon: The Return.
Not bad, huh?
The LA Times reported, Bill Murray's absence from the screen certainly hasn't hurt his drawing power at the box office. Paramount Scrooged grossed a whopping $18.6 million over the 5-day period.
So our energies were all in keeping everybody laughing and hopefully giving a lot of entertainment and go for a tear in the end. And it worked. I mean, we find people coming out and singing Put a Little Love in Your Heart. I feel good about it.
Scrooged would go on to make $60 million domestically, and by Christmas 1988, Murray had already started filming Ghostbusters 2, which would go on to be one of the biggest hits of the 1989 summer movie season, thus solidifying his Hollywood comeback.
It's great. It's a good feeling. It's really better than I felt in a long time.
And as for Scrooged, I'm not alone in my admiration. Like the Dickens story itself, it has an effective balance of darkness and whimsy.
That was a great joke. I love that bit.
After over 30 years and thousands of repeat showings on video and streaming platforms, it has become a certified holiday classic, as much a part of the rotation as Christmas Vacation, Home Alone, and It's a Wonderful Life.
Have a Merry Christmas, everybody. Did I forget something, big man?
God blesses everyone.
Come on. Everybody up. Come on. Come on. Sammy, Eric, Billy, get up. Hey, Tommy Moyers, get up. Everybody up. Get your people up. Come on, everybody up. I'm not going to stop, goddammit, until everybody is up. Now get up. Come on. You son of a bitches. Get up, you sons of bitches.
Bah humbug.